Hello everybody, welcome back to Movie Reviews. In this review, we're going to take into a place of weirdness, and I mean utter weirdness. This is The Road to Wellville from 1994. Where can I begin with this film? It's directed by Alan Parker, who directed Midnight Express, Fame, Pink Floyd's The Wall, Bugs and Malone, Angel Heart, all them type of films. And obviously, this is coming off his success from The Commitments in 1991. And obviously, this is another adaptation of a book. This is from 1993, called The Road to Wellville. And what this film is about, it's to do with Dr. Harvey Kellogg. Yes, it's the creator of the cornflake, the man who made cereal, who made sort of food and things that we have for breakfast every single day now. And his ambition to make a health centre in a sanitarium in Detroit, apparently. And obviously, Anthony Hopkins plays Dr. Harvey Kellogg, a very eccentric guy who's put on this southern accent, quite ridiculous, a bit like Colonel Sanders all of a sudden. And he's quite over the top, he is, and a bit very eccentric, very manic, but overall a very good performance by him, I do think. We've also got Matthew Broderick, who was famous then for Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and then finally a success in Godzilla and many other flops as well. Here he plays a young man who's a young husband who is suffering from an opium addiction. Well, sort of to do with his wife's idea, played by Bridget Fonda, and they basically trying to find help very much to sort out their marriage. I think, obviously, having the thing about the light bodies is the married couple, the light bodies. Obviously, stuff's been going on, families tragedy's been going on, and obviously Will hasn't been, sleeping a bit much because his wife Eleanor has been putting him on opium for all the time. And the other thing is he keeps getting erections. He's not eating well. He's only eating dry toast, and obviously, yeah. And so they thought, they go there, get well, sort him out, sort of like a rehabilitation or something for him. We've also got John Cusack in this film. He plays a bit of a con man, very much, who's trying to. He's basically under this wing of a guy who basically wants to bring down Dr. Kellogg, very much, or do the coffee business as well, their own way, very much, and so yeah. And then we've got Dana Carvey as well, who plays George's son, who resents him basically because he disobeyed Dr. Kellogg actually when he was younger, in which he would just betrayed him, or just didn't listen, or break the rules, or just have his own freedom very much. And he's been living sort of like in a horrible squatter in a pigsty for a lot of years, and tries to get back at his own father very much by helping John Cusack and this boss guy to make cornflakes out of pig feces, pig feed, anything like that. Like sort of like a disgusting version of cornflakes, and obviously vandalize the Sanitarium, which he does in the end. Obviously, this film focuses on health very much, the ideas of health, and obviously back in the Victorian era, it is sort of they're sort of like primitive, but also disgusting, unusual methods to get for health. Like you get electrocution baths, like you sit down in like a little electrocution fire or something, you get electrocuted. You get yogurt up you get like a hose full of yogurt up your anus, which is quite undignified. It doesn't go in the mouth, it goes up the other end. Really. Also, like mud baths, um, some like flapping piece of cloth or something that you wrap round, which is weird, quite strange. Like a little mini car wash. You've got um, also like little heated boxes or something that women like little heaters, like sort of what we have today a little bit, but yeah, obviously simple like pools and well, I think like yeah, and just anything else. Can't remember what. Oh, and also with the canteen, and they have when eating they have to do this song called, was it Chew Chew Chew? Enjoy chew chew chew, enjoy your food. I think that's what it is, and it's quite ridiculous. I remember getting that stuck in my head for a while. Oh, it's quite funny, and obviously they do live in the dynasty as well. It's quite nice. It's quite nice, sort of nicely with it, yeah, but it's just the methods that they use are a bit complete out you can't do at all in this present day age. They also do like other stuff like maybe jogging, singing is also another one that they tend to use to refresh their voices. Um, Also having beds outside on the patio with oxygen masks and stuff, which is quite odd. And just things, it's just bizarre. It is. Another thing to mention is the score in a well by Rachel Portman, which is a sort of, it has a comedic sort of cartoony vibe to it. It does. It sort of helps, and it sort of helps a little bit. It's sort of like watching a very bizarre like 90s film with Fred Astaire in, very much, if you know what I mean. In this sort of way, Fred Astaire's not in this film at all, but it sort of works in that sort of way. And yeah, but overall it's quite good. You can listen on Spotify actually. I found it recently on Spotify. I thought, okay, fair enough, but it's not bad. Direction, of course, Alan Parker's direction is fantastic, always on point. I mean, I do love his films. You know, there's fantastic films. I did Midnight Express last season, and well, the last episode of season 2, and obviously after the success of the Commitments, he think he just continued. Well, it's sort of like a 3-year hiatus with him because Commitments was 1991. This is 1994. So he had a bit of a break and then just continued with filming. Also another novel adaptation, which came from 1993, and obviously no one's heard about it since. But just overall, it is, to be honest, it is a good film. I mean, people say it's a bad film. It is, and people think it is one of the worst films of 1994. To be fair, they could be quite right about that, because it's a bit. It just depends on the acting and the score, the direction, and the plot that's going on. To be honest with me, I quite enjoyed it. There's some good funny moments in there, which I do find hilarious. Odd, bizarre moments as well, and just overall just fine acting. Well, basic fine acting, very much. So I didn't know nothing about this film at all until probably last year, I think, because I was searching through. I tell you what I was looking for. I was searching for the video, like a VHS database website, very much I tend to go on, called videocollector.co.uk, which is sort of a database full of VHS and stuff they find. And I found this, and I thought, what on earth is this cover? You got someone like Gandhi or something. Well, again, sort of like a Gandhi lookalike, and I thought, looks interesting. And I researched this film, and I thought it's an Alan Parker film. It's got Anthony Hopkins, Matthew Broderick, John Cusack, Richard Fonda, Dana Carvey, Cole Meany. Oh yeah, Cole Meany's in this film, yeah. And it's from 1984. And so yeah, and I thought, give it a watch, and I watched it on Fire Stick. I did, which I do have, and I just thought, okay. And I thought, that's my reaction. It's sort of like an uncomfortable type, distorted type of reaction, like, okay, so where would it go from here? And so yeah. Also to mention that, also for a little spoiler thing, if you want to know, Anthony Hopkins does actually pass away at the end of this, at the very end of the film, because he does, well, like, sorry to point this out, but this just came to mind already. He goes for a low down. After the Sanitarium burns, thanks to his son George, I think he gets sent away. I think they rebound together, and then afterwards just reconvene, and he takes him to this time competition, and then while in mid jump, he has a heart attack and just falls into ice cold water, and I don't know if the fish had the body or not, but he dies. Sorry. But anyway, Road to Wellville. It is one of those strange oddities of the 90s that no one ever knows. To be honest, it's an okay film. It is, and I did it. I personally myself enjoyed it. I did it for my own benefit, for my own sanity, because it was quite different from what you usually tend to watch. But unlike that, I tend to watch some things that are quite different and take a bit challenging to do. But this film is completely out of the blue. You might give it a watch if you could hunt down the DVD, wherever it is. It's sometimes DVDs are quite hard to find with this thing, but try if you have a Fire Stick or something, or if you have a streaming service to watch movies, give this a watch, and see what your thoughts are. And that is my sort of review of The Road to Wellville, and I'll see you in the next video.